Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
So much drama as we enter Missouri versus Ole Miss today. Ole Miss got off to a great year last year, a college football playoff run after the starter, Austin Simmons, was injured. Trinidad Chambliss took over, and the rest is history. Now, Austin is playing for Mizzou. He has got to know there's a little revenge in his heart. We'll see if he can perform well against his former teammates, or will Trinidad Chambliss once again show he's the man? Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Rebels ready to kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Missouri Tigers offense to go on the attack first. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And we've got a couple of guys, one on each side in this game, who will do everything you could ask of a tight end.
And Reese, the fun thing about this tight end matchup, man, they've been here. They've been there, done that. Like, these guys have experience. They're seniors. They're so elite. They're looking for that next level, and they're going to go to the NFL. But we got the treat, man, to watch this duel, to see maybe who the best tight end Jesse is in all of college football.
Yeah, and David, because they have that experience, you know these quarterbacks trust these guys. When they're big down in distances, big moments, key situations in this game, these quarterbacks are going to be looking for their big fella to make a big play down the field. I can't wait to watch this thing go down.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. He can't haul it in incomplete. He had him on the crossing route and he dropped it. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Rebels offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And now we get a look at Trinidad Chambliss. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. The run to the left. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Trying to impose their will with the run. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Direct snap. Here's a little room there. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Going to the run, it's Frazier. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Operating in the red zone here on second down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. They'll send the back in motion. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Here's Simmons to throw. Sends it downfield. Hauls it in down the sideline. The Tigers want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Unloads to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Grabs it in the middle. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Again, it's Simmons. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down.
On that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth. How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Creates a little space. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. There he goes. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Maybe some room here. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
And this offense early, man, just clicking on all cylinders, right? Like, great job putting play after play together. Play that works with the next one, that works with the next one. And it's been a clinic on this drive so far.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. A Tigers send out the offense to go to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Simmons. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A big third down coming, and honey toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Now here's Simmons. Oh, they're after him. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Hardy. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Pulls it in. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Throwing Simmons. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Wants to bring it back. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Turning it on! May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking downfield on first down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes the grab inside the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And that, what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Run in the red zone, it's Lindsey. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella?
Maybe a crease. Good, solid tackle.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Austin Simmons, a play fake. Plucks it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Off the play fake. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here's a heat. He'll throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see the quarterback make.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, and he's hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. You got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Simmons to throw. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Simmons to the air again. Touchdown, Tigers. Put 6 on the board.
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more snap coming before halftime.
Here we go.
Creates a little room. Makes it past the marker. Forced out of bounds right at the 33-yard line. Really good pickup there.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's LSU looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team This outcome today could define each of their seasons. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back to your game inside Vaught-Hemingway Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught-Hemingway.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. And he's going to be brought down on the return, but there is a penalty flag on the field. I'm not sure what this one's about. Right on the heels of that touchdown, they give up some good field position with that face mask penalty costing them 15 yards. 1st and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. And some room to work. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And finally getting home and getting the sack. This quarterback, his jersey's not even dirty. We're in the second half. We're behind. We got to find a way to create some momentum plays. That's step one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. They'll try the right side with Hardy. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker group really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll try it over the left side. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running behind that left side. Inside the 40. Finding some room. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. An explosive play in the running game moves the Sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll test the right side. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Rebels line it up with a first and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lindsey. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Rebels! And the punishment has been extended. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. What a brain cramp. He just lost track of the play clock and gets hit with delay of game on a 2-point conversion attempt. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Working well behind the Sticks on second down. They go to the counter. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Third and 6 yards to go. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Got his man on the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Pressure coming. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Plenty of distance between them and the Sticks here on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. up in the gun. Here's Simmons. Trying to escape and get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the Big Mounts carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Rebels offense is back on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the back. And they're able to get him on the ground. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There's a crease. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. There he goes. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. They want to run it left here. Got enough for the first. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
From the red zone, it's Lindsey. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Swings it out to his running back, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Give to the left, it's Hardy. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Going long. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception,
Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. There's some room. Picks up the first down. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
At the 20, he's got space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense is ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's good.